what's on the plate today? So what are we going to have this journey of 1 hour for the next 1 hour? We'll be having these things. Okay, might be like I will split into 30 minutes, 30 minutes, or 25 minutes each. So session one will be on some theoretical session where we will learn about some introduction and what's the difference between the general game sports we have today versus the gamification we have, right? And how the gamification is in other sectors. Wherever we turn our head, we go outside the home, everywhere, inside and outside, the institution, the house, the companies, the corporate, right? Everywhere we are seeing gamification. Okay, I will just walk through a few examples, and then we will enter into how this gamification can be made into imbibe into these educational sectors. And then we will see some benefits, some challenges, some elements, right? And then we will do some learn about some gamification practical tools in the session two, where we will have some competition, where we will have you to work on that gamification, have a hands-on on that. You feel the tool, and I will not take all the tools and explain you because it's like a huge thing. I will take a couple of tools and explain you how it really works and how we can make customized to our institution and our subjects. Okay, so all right, let's enter into the subject, the topic today. So before beginning the topic, I just want you to think about what's your favorite game. Okay, you just take some moment and just think about the sports, the game. It can be a sport, an online game, it can be a board game, any games. What is your favorite game? Okay, I would like you to put that in the chat if possible, right? We all love some game. It can be any game, a male, a masculine game, or a feminine game, an online or an offline, a board or a outdoor games. So which game do we really like? Nice. We're getting a lot of examples. Whatever we like. So does anyone want to share in the chat or in person in the group? Like, why do we really like the game? Anyone want to share why it's their favorite game and what it is all about? The game that keeps them interested in that. Why? What really makes you this is your favorite game? Table tennis, badminton, carom board, cricket, throw ball, tennis, hockey. Mashallah, we have a lot of Olympic champions in this group. It's good to see that people really love different games, and most of of them are outdoor games. It's good to hear about it. Okay, someone said it makes us to play more, right? Mind relax. Good. My game is a stress buster. Okay, makes me focus, strategies, refreshment, unity, performance. Good. Alhamdulillah. Good. Thank you so much. So, so all of you have thought about your game, and you said why you really like these games, right? So it might be the challenge that the game presents, or the sense of achievement. We have achieved something. We have went to that destination. We have achieved something. You get when you play the game, or sometimes the feedback we get from others. Wow, you did a very great job. When someone got an Olympic medal, a bronze or a silver or a gold, from the background they have put a lot of effort from many years, and they have got like a small bronze. We will be saying, man, it's just a bronze. No, it's like a years of commitment and dedication they have did. So just to get that competition and the connection between this, they go and play these games. Okay, to get the feedback. You take a small example, very popular game which I played a few years before in mobile is a Candy Crush. So Candy Crush is one of the game which it went viral across the globe. It was so addictive, like people, I don't know, I never crossed 1,000 levels, but I know persons who have crossed thousands of levels in it. So what made them, go into that level? It's that, that the feeling of, getting that temptation, going so higher and higher when you go level by level, and lot of examples, a lot of, you have shared a lot of things in it. Uh, so humans, their basic, fitra, we tell fitra means their nature is to explore, to compete, and to win. This is humans' tendency. That's why people love more game. That's why, for educational sector also, we will say, Confucius have said, I have shared that proverb in my screen. Tell me and I will forget, right? Show me, I may remember. Involve me and I will understand. It's a very great proverb for all the teachers. When we have a one-way communication with the students, always speaking them one way, we have from the past two seminars, we have learned about project-based learning and design thinking, where we have concentrated on going out of box, not the traditional way. In Hindi, we say thoda hatke socho, right? Just think out of box, creative. That's where these all these modern methodology come into existence. So when we always teach in a traditional way, one way, it's we the students will forget. But when we show them something, they might remember, right? Someone wants to say something. Someone is trying to ask something. No, right? All right. And when you involve the students into the activity, the students will understand, and that understand is the key word we need to understand. So let me go to the next screen. Right. Good. So why games light up hippocampus and exams do not? When we always give lot of exams to the students, it brings them fear. Oh man, it's exam time. So the students go fear. When I talk to my son, next week is your exam. From this week itself, he starts fearing. Man, next week is the exam, so I cannot watch TV, I cannot play games, I cannot sleep in correct timings. So this fear for the exams. But when we say to the students or to our children, let's go and play, you take this mobile phone and go and play something, the students, the children, it light ups their hippocampus. So I have shown in the screen what is a hippocampus. Hippocampus is a part of the brain. Okay, hippocampus is a part of our brain where is used when committing something to long term memory, to keep long term in your memory. It's a part of a brain which lights up. So the more the hippocampus is lit up, the more likely we are repeated a new behavior. So when you are trying to learn a different strategy, and you like it, you love it, you go addiction to it, then you want to repeat it. That's where we call that as a dopamine addiction. So that a small chemical which is released from the brain and which makes you want to do again and again. So when we put that into a positive perspective, then it improves 400% of our behavior. Okay, so let me show you some graphical things. Okay, like for example, you can see in the screen where why students, the students feeling towards gamification in education, right? So why students really like, I asked you, right, why do you like games, the game which you really like. Here the students, why they like the game is like because of their, it's so comfortable. No one is uncomfortable. People are excited, right? And not only that, what are the expectation of gamification in education? When we ask, these are some research paper. I have taken this graph from the research papers, from the journals, from the information technology journals of gamification in education. So why this, number of students have said makes class more interesting. So see, when this pandemic situation started, when the institution don't know what to do, so now they slowly started to move on into Google Classrooms, Zoom apps. So Zoom app was very new for me too, like a year and a half before, in the year to 2020 in the month of February, March. We don't know what is Zoom. Personally, no, I don't know what is Zoom. So when this pandemic situation came and the Zoom becoming was so popular, so people started to show their PPT presentation and video sharing. The teachers used to share students something, some activities. So it was so interesting to them when they say digitalized, material. So that's why it shows there. So it's the expectation. This is what the expectation of gamification in education is. We have to make the class more interesting, more challenging, more engaging. These are the very, very keywords. You have to note it down when we are learning this topic. Gamification is equivalent to making the class interesting, challenging, engaging, more involvement, exciting. All these things we have to add these elements in the educational sector. It becomes a gamification, right? Now, so until I spoke to you now, right? So games, game-based learning, and gamification. So these are some terminologies we should not confuse. See, a gamification is not same as games or sports or game-based learning or game designs. It's completely different. What is a game? Game is just a sport. Where the players come, they engage themselves. There will be some rules and regulations. So the result will be there. Some measurement will be there. Some emotions and reaction will come at the end. That's a game, right? You take FIFA, you take IPL, you take World Cup, you take any sports. When India won hockey, like it's the emotion, the whole Indians we had, right? So, but gamification is little bit different. Rather, it is about carefully selecting. Okay, I will repeat again. Carefully selecting the elements we love about the games. So when I asked you what game you like and why do you like, you said many reasons. So when you take the reasons, it can be a challenge, it can be a connection, it can be a competition, it can be a feedback. When we take all this curiosity in, all these small elements, and we put it into this non-game context. Non-game context means we are not playing a game in the, we are not playing a game in the classroom. We are making the subject gamified, right? That's what I mean to say. Education is not a game. Education is a non-game context to solve a problem, to make a student gain his knowledge, to make him engage. So where we take these elements, carefully take the elements, the emotions, the intelligence, the all these feelings we have when we play the game. So we take those elements and fit it inside this non-game context. This is what gamification is. So game-based learning is Candy Crush. I will give you some example. Candy Crush, Mind Sweep, and there are many games where we go and play the game. Rubik's, we have played Rubik's, right? These are the real games, and those are the game-based learning. We play the game and we extract the learnings, we extract the lessons from it, and then we will learn something. So that is game-based learning. We are not talking about that. We are talking about gamification. This is what I want you to understand, clearly before going into this session. Okay. So gamification is a little bit different from a normal game-based learning. Activities. We go to a class, we do some activities to engage the student, and we say this is a team activity. From this team activity, we learn how to do a teamwork, how to do coordination, how to work along with the different people, different ethnicities people. So these are game-based learning. But gamification is taking those things and putting it to the educational sectors. Okay. So as I said, games are all around us. You take any sector. You take the airline sectors. You take automobile sectors. You take all the communication service provider sectors, Today we have all these digital sectors. Every corporate company, every sectors, every departments, they have gamification in there. Okay, we are not going to go into this detail, but I'm just showing you some screen where this Velocity is a airline company where they are having this frequent flyer points where they give a lot of points to them, and they show the leaderboard. How this reward system works. So people want to fly with the Velocity. You take Air India, you take Kingfisher. If you have this, reward points and all those things, people will always travel with the Kingfisher or the Virgin or the Delta or American Airlines. You take any airlines, so people will travel with them again and again and again. So by this is small, touching the emotions of the feelings of the audience to gain a lot of money from the audience. Okay, this is the gamification from the corporate sector. You take this McDonald. Okay, I don't know if we have eight things from the McDonald, but McDonald is a place where people go the combo. You buy one get one reward. So these things, rewarding system. If you purchase this, if today we have this Google Pay. Google Pay, why people started to go Google Pay? The Google Pay was, before Google Pay, the name of that company was known as Tez. I don't know how many people have know about it. Like 3-4 years before, I downloaded the Tez, and I said, man, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the actual banking, internet banking. Okay, I will not use this third-party banking systems, financial systems, because it might be insecure. So, but somehow I attracted towards that app called Tez because it gives me a lot of rewards. Might be a cash reward, might be a cashback reward, might be a lot of offers from the other companies. So it gets attracted towards it. These are small elements which makes people to use your product. Okay, that's what happening in the fitness sector. So people you know I'm getting a background noise. If possible, someone can mute that. It will be helpful. In the Nike, in the company Nike, when they had these smart watches, so when people had these goals, today also we have goals, right? We need to walk 10,000 steps. We need to have those challenges. All those things, when we have that, people will push themselves to run more. Okay, these are few examples. Okay, so this is the actual definition of gamification. Okay, the application of game mechanics to non-game activities. I said you right, some game mechanics, some game elements. So put that into the non-game activities. When we apply that, it becomes gamification. So when I was talking about, when I was doing some more research on how this gamification is applied to some other companies, I got some few cases. Okay, let me share with you in couple of minutes. I had a chance to look into the how this country called Sweden. In Sweden, what they did is, when you drive fast down the streets, you will get a speeding ticket. Mostly in India also we get speeding tickets. So if we go to Sweden, but still people used to get lot of tickets every single day. They don't worry. Okay, man, in India it's okay, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, they take easily. But if you go outside, it is interconnected with your credit history. So you have to be very careful. So when you get this risk of getting this ticket, the Sweden government thought about it, and they tried a different approach. What they did is, when you drive at or below the limit, you get entered into a lottery. Why? Why? Because you have abided to the law of traffic. So what they do is, your names will be put into the lottery system, and the winners will get the proceeds from the people who have paid the fine, the ticket. Okay, so the people who have paid the ticket, that money will be given to the people who have, the non-speeders, the good people, the law-abiding people. So just concentrating on the good people, focusing on the non-speeders, the Sweden country has brought their speed limit from 35 miles per hour to 25 miles. and on an average. So this is gamifying your system. Okay, this is one case study I like the most. Another case study is about the automobile company, where a Nissan company. What they did is, uh, in hybrid car, they made a hybrid car named Nissan Leaf, where they had these are electric cars, right? All are interconnected with this dashboard. So all the drivers who are driving this Nissan Leaf car, so their names will be displayed in the dashboard or the leader board we call, where the good people who are driving, so their names will be on the top. How good they are driving, how much miles per hour they are driving per gallon or per liter of petrol or gas, right? So their names will be there. So their name will be given, and at the next adjacently, their how many trees they have saved, how many trees they have saved. So this motivates me, man. I have saved like 100 trees now, so I'm going to save 100 more. That's my target. So these car manufacturers, they like these game techniques and game mechanics, so that the drivers will get that connecting with the other drivers, and the community, they feel that they are saving some trees and they are doing something good for the environment. And you take anything. Starbucks coffee have gained like $3 billion just gamifying small elements, moving here and there, adding few elements into that, you gain a lot of money. Okay, that's one from the corporate sector. Okay, so while going, let's go inside. These are few another research paper where gamification, it started. If you see this game, these are the people, the interest of the people interest. It's a zero. Gamification was not a great name until 2010, and from 2010 it's a Google Trends. This graph is a Google Trends graph. Google Trends graph shows how the trending, how it goes on. So this Google Trends graph shows the gamification. They started from 2010. The people started to show some interest in gamification from 2010. Only one search, that's it. Slowly it increased, 75 search. Okay, and if you compare with the project based learning, last week we had this topic, project based learning, right? So this project based learning was from always, before 2004 itself it was there. It was a very very it was from many years before. But gamification, it just started trending, and people are picking it up, and they want to make all of their educational sector, institution, classes, everything system into gamification. Okay, now let's go into gamification in learning. Okay. One minute. All right, thank you. So this is just a algorithm. I will not go each component by component, because it might take more time. This is also a research paper where a teacher uses a gamified learning platform. We can tell it as a tool, an app, which we will see few apps now. Okay, supported by a proper architecture. Okay, we can call that as a LMS, CMS. Okay, learning management system, right? And when the teacher uses that and follows a set of guidelines, it's not like when you make gamification in your classes, with for your student and for your subjects, you have to follow a set of guidelines. Okay, there are many guidelines, but very basic guidelines are there. There are set of rules you have to follow. You have to keep a goal. You need to make sure you give the feedback. No, we will see that few things. Okay, then the gamified learning activity will go with the flow of the students. And then these are the goals, like you need to have a clear goal, you need to have a challenge, skill balances, some feedback should be given, and how their communication, these are some results, consequences. What when we do that, what are the consequences a teacher will get? Many of the students, okay, there are another, so these are some rules, some set of objectives for the 6-step gamification design. There are 6 Ds according to Kevin Warback. Okay, he says we need some objectives, So, for example, I'm a teacher and I'm going to make my classroom gamified. I'm going to make my classes, online classes, into gamified online classes. So we need to have an objective. While I was teaching artificial intelligence to my students, okay, in informatic practices to my 11th and 12th grade students, I was teaching artificial intelligence and the emerging trends, augmented reality, virtual reality, all these emerging trends we have today, right? So when I was teaching them these things, it's like everything was going out of mind for them. They All these things are new to them. So I thought, okay, why can't I gamify it? So I just made an downloaded a tool, and I made some lot of gamification inside it with lot of polling, quiz, true or false. Making so interactive, asking them a lot of questions. Rather, I am telling them more information. I will make them more interesting by using these gamification tools. Okay, so now the students are picking up and they are very much interesting. Initially, now we all know attendance for online classes. We all are teachers here, right? So we know when we enter into the class, we can see all the children looking at me. So I know, okay, the students are listening to me. But online, no way, right? We don't know what the actual student is doing. Sometimes they switch on the video, sometimes they switch off the video, and they go back and switch off the video and mute them. They do something else. We don't know whether they are involved, whether they are engaged. But when we do these kind of gamification in our classes, right, we can clearly see the difference between a normal online teaching versus gamified online teachings. Okay, we can have a target behavior. We need to describe who is my audience. Okay, and the activity loops, how many times the same activity I'm going to do. It's a one time activity or a multiple times activity, and we need to make sure we need to add some fun element into it. My previous director of he used to always say, whenever I do something, he said, add a fun element into it. When I take a demo, when I do any session, he says, Anees, there is no fun element in it. You have to add some fun element. Do anything, add some fun element into it to make it more gamified. Okay, and very importantly, we have to use the appropriate tool. Okay, this is another research paper. So I have before coming to this session, I got a chance to read a lot of research paper, but I cannot explain to you in detail everything. So where this Thomas Malone, right, he made this what makes learning fun.
Come on. We can't hear you, sir. Anisa?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear.
Okay. There was a power off in my home. I'm sorry about that. So I have to connect with my personal hotspot. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I'm sharing my screen again. There
Okay.
was a power cut.
It's okay, sir.
Unfortunately. Yeah. So I just need to connect from my personal hotspot. Okay. So these are just let me know if I'm not audible or feel any network disturbances.
You're
So
okay, sir.
these are Okay, these are three important categories where the things makes fun. Okay, learning makes fun. Challenges, curiosity, and fantasy. Okay, we all know this. Okay, I will not deep dive into this. And these are some percentages where 67 students have said, according to this Talent LMS 2019.com sources, right? They said like it's more motivating. You know, that's in 2019 before this Corona or COVID started. Um, this is the status, but now it might be more. So how does it really work? I said you already about the hippocampus, right? When I was speaking you about hippocampus, this is how the hippocampus works. The gamification, the earning the points, receiving the rewards, challenges, all these things excites your brain, and that releases some dopamine. You will feel good, motivated, and you want more rewards. This makes motivation so good. So these are some benefits, some good things about gamification. Um, um, so these are self-readable with students where they were not afraid to fail. Why? In games, they will ask you to try again, try again, try again. They will give 3 lives, 5 lives. So you will not afraid to fail. It's public exam. I failed one time, khalas. The next chance will be might be in after 3 months, 4 months. Now the NEP, the National Education Policy, might have changed, and more good things might have come in it. But in game, you fail immediately, you get another chance. So students will not fear about any fail. It boosts your motivation. Engaging becomes more increasing. Diverging trends to the students, they never respond because they don't know the answer. But when I start gamifying my classes, the students slowly started to respond because they are forced to respond. That's what the gamification makes. Okay, it triggers your creativity. You think out of box, all those things. But for sure, for every benefit, there will be some challenges. Okay, it's from the teacher's perspective. I totally agree. It's tiring. When I say tiring, it's one time effort you have to put, and you might get lot of fruits, lot of good things. But putting that one time effort to make that tool working, so you have to be little bit work hard for that. But I'm sure the output will be very good. So you need internet facilities, right? So see, I had a Wi-Fi at my home, and now suddenly the power went off and I have to go out. So everything is internet based now. And Indian subcontinent has not come to that where like there is no power cut. If you go outside India, where I have traveled in multiple countries, but for the whole year there was no power cut. But here it's, yeah, it's our country. We have to make it more better and better by doing good things. So teachers not ready to undergo changes. Some teachers are there, they don't want to undergo changes. No man, I'm good at traditional method. So this thought will not make gamification good. Okay, lack of planning and all those things. Okay, how to gamify my classroom? Okay, try some apps. I have given Kahoot, Class Dojo. We will see these tools hands-on session now after a few slides. And challenge people, create levels, badges, awards, certifications, display the scoreboard with weekly or daily, make more competitive, all these things. Okay, there are some elements you should not forget. These are some 9 elements I have given, but there are many more. So these elements should be there. You take rules, you take goals, strategy, achievement, mastery. Like in every class, we need to know who is mastering, right? Fun should be there, appreciation. Progress is levels, where you have to, after one level, you progress to second level, third level, fourth level, right? If you take an international board, you take international board,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to wait until you don't have to wait to become 15 years to write your 10th public exam. You can write ahead of time. There are pointing system, but Indian education system is slowly moving towards that. You don't If you are good at something, grow faster. That's what the games give you, right? In the same classroom, two students will be there, where one student will be very fast and another student will be slow, so you have to give chance to them. Okay, so I will skip this. There are three categories in gamification: dynamics, mechanics, and components, uh, and some rules and goals. I have given some examples, like you take Angry Birds. We have played Tetris game where the goal is killing the pigs, right? But the rules is have to fling the bird in the right direction. So, but in Tetris, is like fill the entire row, and within the time given, turn the block. So, so these are some common rules. Levels are here, right? So when you talk about levels, you have to give all these levels: super hard until super easy, and we have to give replayability option. If a person has played if he has taken one section or one session, so he has to given a I'm a certified QMath teacher. I don't know if you know about QMath or not. Okay, it's a very good application like Byju's, Khan Academy. These applications have gained these popularity because of the gamification they have in it, right? So Baiju and QMath is especially for mathematics and for coding. So I'm a certified teacher in QMath, where as a teacher you have to go through some training. And when I take some training for mathematics or coding, so when I get like 90 percentage at the end, okay, I feel no, I need to go more. So I take the same topic one more time, trainings on one more time, to get 98 percentage. So they have given me a replayability option to improve my marks, improve my scores. So this should be there in the gamified tool. Okay, there should be some conflict should be there, competition should be there, cooperation should be there, chance should be there. 50-50 chance. Sometime luck should be there in the gamified option. Gamification in education setups. Okay, that's where the people, we play this shoots and ladders, the snake and ladders game, right? Suddenly he get a luck and he enters and he goes high. So it's a luck. He put two, because of the two or three in the dice, he got the chance. So these things should be there. Okay, and a few more are rewards and incentives. Point system should be there. So I said you right, try again option should be there. Freedom to fail. Students should not fear the fail. Okay, they should have freedom to fail. Option should also be there. Okay. So taking so much of time, and let's go and enter into the tools for digital classroom. There are few. Okay, very popular is Kahoot. Okay, we will have some hands-on session on Kahoot also. Maybe many of you have already used this, but for the most of the teachers who have not used this Kahoot, because it's very simple, it's free, and it's not free, but it has a free trial version also, where only limited number of audience can be added. And we'll see this. We have another tool called Easy Class. Easy Class is similar to Google Classroom. Okay, we use Google Classroom as a teacher. So Google Classroom, where we share the YouTube links, we can create different folders, we can share PPTs, presentation, the journal links, everything can put into one folder and share it to the students. We can create some digital lessons and use these collaborative boards, and there is no space problem. It's unlimited storage. Okay, so Easy Class is same as Google Classroom. Okay, so and another is Hot Potatoes. Hot Potatoes is like a freeware, open source. You can download it, and it's a free source. You can go and edit the source code, the program you can change. It has lot of puzzles, crossword, jumble sentences, match the following, MCQs, multiple choice questions. For the subject language teachers, it will be very good. Okay, so we can use Hot Potatoes for language teachers. We have Nearpod. Nearpod is again same as Easy Class or Google Classroom. As I said, we have to pick and choose our appropriate tool. If I'm teaching maths, what is good for mathematics? I'm teaching language, what is good for that? So Nearpod is not only a tool, it's a complete LMS. It's a complete learning management system. It gives you activities, homework, attendance, create lessons. It's student centered. When I was working in a another, before the school which I was working, they had a LMS where it's known as Mellifera. Okay, it's so structured LMS. Uh, they for the teacher training itself it took long time, but it has a lot of good things into it: feedback, rewards, points, badges, labels. It makes students so interesting to go and earn things. I was talking to you about QMath. QMath is a as a teacher you can go and join QMath, and you can start earning money from it. It's a kind of a good platform for all the teachers in this situation, where the students will become more interested. Lot of graphical and animated things are there. Lot of gamifications are there, and some diamonds, some platinum, some globe, gold. In all these things were given to the students, so the students will it motivates them. Okay, so another very important is Class Dojo. Class Dojo is very user friendly and very animated, and the avatars. Avatar is a very good important factor in gamification. Avatar means how to make an avatar. Avatar means your how you look like. You can give selective faces for all the teachers, students. That is very important. In Class Dojo, you can give that. We will see Class Dojo as a hands-on. There is another Play Ablo. Play Ablo is it's a pure and pure learning gamified tool. It's why it is so popular is because of its cloud based. It's a cloud based LMS as well as CMS. Okay, so it's a cloud based where you don't have to store anything into your local computer or local mobile. Everything will be stored and secured somewhere. Okay, and it has a for everything you have a rating, everything you have a feedback, you get a lot of notification, you have a dashboard where you can measure your learning outcomes, and same thing, leaderboards, points and badges, all those things are there in this Play app. Okay, I'm just giving you only few. Okay, Quizlet. It's a I worked on this Quizlet. Its Quizlet is so beautiful again for the language using teachers or any subjects. Okay, it if you want to create flashcards, these are the best tool. Flashcards. So to create flashcards and to show it online, to show it digital to the students, this Quizlet is so good. Okay, just go and try it once. Quizzes. Quizzes is same as Kahoot. Okay, when we work on Kahoot, you will understand. It's same as quizzes. Both have different user interface. Okay, the appearance is different. That's it. But the concept wise, both are same. There is one more thing called Zapper. It's very technologically. If you want to be more, if you're a techie, if you're a geeky guy, and if you want to learn more things about technology, where Zapper is completely augmented reality. What is augmented reality? I will not take a class on augmented reality. Augmented reality is something where wherever you are sitting, you can see virtual things coming into in front of your face, in front of you. Like if you're you will not wear virtual reality is putting that goggles, some virtual glasses where you can see something. It is completely virtual reality. But augmented reality, it brings the actual physical thing into the physical environment. That's how you will feel. Augmented reality, for medicine field, if you want to do an operation, a surgery, where the you know the doctors, when they are doing it, when they are studying in medicine, if they want to do some operation, if they want to make it gamified, because they cannot dead body, they put a dead body and they start to they call that as a object or something like that, right? So they do some operation and do the training. With the help of this augmented reality, students can learn where a human being is in front of us, and we can do surgery. So these kind of augmented reality concept is there in the SAP. Okay, this is also a very good tool. It's not a completely free tool; it's a paid tool, and there are many more like that. Okay, I just given you 9 to 10. Okay, but we will see only one or two. If time permits, we'll see three. Okay, let's do some hands-on session. Okay, so let me stop. Let me go to any question until here before going to Dr. Nigar. You have something. I saw some people raising their hands, or we can move on with the hands-on session. Teachers, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can
Go ahead.
everyone hear me? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Let me share Kahoot. Okay, we'll see some something in Kahoot. Kahoot is nothing but it's a very good app. You just have to put kahoot.com and it will take you to a website where you can create things. Okay, now we will we'll play a game. Okay, a game. When I say a game, a quiz. Okay, where it will make you have to see my screen, and in the mobile you have to log in into kahoot.it. Okay, so for example, I am entering this Kahoot and I'm logging into it, and I have already have this you know okay, I have my own account. I have logged in. So here you have to create. Before creating something, we will quickly play a game. Okay, what you have to do is you have to log in into kahoot.it. Okay, let me show you. You can see my screen, right? I have just taken a very simple trivia quiz where we can play. You will understand, how it works. So you can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen, and okay, bear with me. Okay, it has a player versus player, 1:1 device or team versus team. So we can use any of this option we need. Okay, we can personalize it. Your Kahoot is now loading. So you open your browser. Can you open your browser and go into the kahoot.it. Okay. Can you see my screen? Join at www.kahoot.it. Okay. I will paste that link in the chat box. Kahoot.it. Please click this. Okay, I have no, I did not. Everyone. www.kahoot.it. Okay. Please click this, and it will ask for a pin. You can see the pin in the screen also, and you can use this. I think since it's the Kahoot which I'm using is a trial version, and it might be using only okay, join this www.kahoot.it, and okay, once at least 30-40 participants have joined, we'll start, where we will see how the students will feel. Okay. I have 7 participants. Can you join? Just go to any browser, just click www.kahoot.it and just give the pin 812597. I have given in the chat box. Okay, 10. I will wait for another 1 minute before I start this game. And then quickly we'll walk through how these games, how this quiz have been created. And then we will go to the second tool. Okay. Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. 16. Okay. Because once I start this game, you cannot join it. 30 more seconds. Please join quickly. The people who have not played, not made this, this quiz in Kahoot, what it does is you have to see my screen for the questions. When I start, it will show the questions with 4 options, and the options will have some shape like a square, triangle, rhombus, you know, like this. It will show 4 shapes, and in the mobile which you are seeing, the mobile will show only the shapes. You have to select from the mobile the answers. Okay, so you have to go to the Zoom sharing as well as the browser. You have to move up and down. Okay, swap the screens. You have to see the question and go to the kahoot.it, this game where you are, and you have to select the correct option. And the good thing is, you have whoever out of 30, if 30 people have given the correct answer, it will rank you according to how fast you have answered. So make sure you answer fast to get more points. Okay, good. We are good now. We have a good number of participants. We'll start. Okay, start. Good. So be ready with the quiz. You have to see me in for the question. Okay. So this is the question. What has a face and 2 hands, but no arms or leg? Okay. In the screen, you will be seeing a spider, a clock, a tree, a bear. But in your actual Kahoot screen, you will be seeing only this triangle, diamond, square, and a circle. That's it. So you have to select it. I will not wait for 38 seconds. I will wait for only 15 seconds. So once it comes 25, I will skip. Okay, good. Good. Many of you have given the correct answer. Now let's go to the, so we can see the scoreboard. For every question we saw, Satya Priya, Reshma. So these people have clicked the correct answer, and that too very faster. Okay, so make sure you do that. What belongs to you, but yet it is used more by others than yourself. Okay, your name, your clothes, your phone number. I'll wait until for 20 seconds, which is up to 30. When it comes to 30, I will skip. Okay, next question. Okay, good. So these are the correct answers. And now the scoreboard, see, now a different person have come on the top. So it will give you everything. So what is always coming but never arrives? I will wait for 15 seconds. Once it comes to 45,
Hello.
I will skip. Yes, ma'am? Okay, I'm going to skip. Thank you. Good. It shows what are the correct answer, all those things. Okay. Now, I'll quickly go now. What runs but never walks, has a bed but never sleeps, has a mouth but never eats. 15 seconds. Five more seconds. Two more. One more. Thank you. Good. A river. Okay. I'm not concentrating on the answers. I'm just showing you how it really works. Okay. So let's go to the fifth question. What gets more wet the more it dries? 15 seconds. All right. 3 more seconds. 2 more seconds. 1 more seconds. Thank you. So the scoreboard. So these things are very important when you do gamification in our classes. Okay. What has to be broken before you can use it? 15 seconds. Okay. 3 more seconds. 2 more seconds. Thank you. Yeah, and April. Good. I'm a full of keys, but I can't open any doors. What am I? 15 seconds. So more people can also join at kahoot.it. The pin is 812596. It's given below here. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good. So we can see the new students are coming in, and 4 more questions. We'll quickly go. I'm lighter as a feather, and the strongest man can hold. No? 15 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Thank you. Okay. Now you see, Noor and Ruby, Sister Noor and Sister Ruby has gained it has showed the increase arrow mark, upper arrow mark, right? What kind of code can only be put on red and red? 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Good. I am what I am, but if you know what I am, then I'm no longer what I am. Okay. I really don't know what it is. Okay. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay, last 2 questions. What can be broken even without a touch? I'll give you 10 seconds for this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Last question. What occurs twice in a week, once in a year, but never in a week? All right. All right. Thank you. Okay, now see at the final, it gives you, who is third. MDF is third with this many points. Reshma Begum, congratulations, right? And this is, the winner. It's good. And they will give some runners up also. And if you want to see all the ranking, we can do that. So this is gamified lesson. This is how we can take. Okay. So not only this. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for this quiz. You can concentrate on my screen now. All right. When I go to the home, and here, if you log in into this is a home page. It has your Kahoot has your. You can create. You see this link called create. So now you can create new Kahoot. No, there are some templates already there. So create. You see this? We can start typing the question. Very, very simple. Like we have used Google Forms similarly, but it's more gamified, more colorful, more rewarding. So like, what is, what is best for winter to wear? Okay. So what is best for for winter to wear? So we can give our answer. Okay, sweater, You can give an answer called any answers. Okay, sweater, raincoat, raincoat. These are optional. If you want to give none optional, you can give. Okay, both. So that's it, right? So you can make this question. You can add question. You see on the left hand side, these are like a PPT presentation. You can keep on adding questions or keep on adding slides. And on the right hand side, you can see many question types. The question types can be true or false. Okay, if you want a true or false, you can make true or false. Let me exit this. Okay, question to show you all the options. So I'm creating a new thing, new Kahoot. And if you want a quiz, it's a quiz. If you want true or false option, it can be a true or false like this. So you can do anything. Type answer is fill in the blanks, where you can type an answer and the answers, correct answers will be accepted here. You can do make puzzles. You can make polling among the students, which chapters you like, which what is the place we can go for vacation or tour. All those things, word clouds, where students will keep on typing the clouds, words, and it will show like Mentimeter. I think you know Mentimeter, what it is a Mentimeter. So Mentimeter like word cloud, we can do this brainstorming session. All these things can be done here. Once you do this, you can save and you can give it to the students uh, on spot, like what I did now, or you can assign it to the students. Okay. So once you do this, you can keep all your things in the library. You have this library on the top. All your collections are here. Okay, all your Kahoots made here are here. What are all the things I made? What are all the things I have in my Kahoots? What are the Kahoots I have prepared? All these things I have for. I'm going to teach rational numbers. I can create a Kahoot. Okay, so all these things are my things. What are all the things on the draft? What are all the things? It's my favorite. All these things we can keep on adding here. Okay, discover is an option where you can find any Kahoot. So if you want to teach maths, go to the maths. There are some ready-made Kahoots available for geometry, for probability, for order of operations, for additions, place value. For everything, there are already a lot of Kahoots being created for trigonometry, for applied maths, everything. And reports, if you want to create a report for your team, what are all the things you have created. If you want to make groups among your team, you can make group of people. I have created a group for Umir. I thought of putting you all into this group and give a quiz competition for all of you. So like this, we can do many things in Kahoot. Very simple, very user friendly app. Okay, so there are many things we need to explore in Kahoot, but let me go into another tool. Okay, like for example, let's go to Class Dojo. Okay, classdojo.com. I personally like this app, but it's not a completely free app. You have to pay for it. Okay, I have created a free trial where you can sign up as a teacher, as a parent, as a student, as a school owner or leader. Like for example, if you're a teacher, okay, we can sign up as a teacher. Okay. All right. So there is a demo class already will be there. I have created my profile. I'm working in a Goodbird Public School. I'm a teacher. So demo classroom will already be already will be there. But if you want to create for your own class, okay, I'm going to create my own class now. I'm teaching grade 8. Okay. If you see in my profile here, in my account setting, it will be like I am a grade 8 teacher, for example. Okay. I'm teaching mathematics, and this is my class. Ifa, Jayasri, John, Kezia, Khalid. So these are some students I have in my class. And if I want to take attendance, okay, it's a LMS. Okay, if I want to take attendance, okay, I go to the attendance. I see here mark all present or mark all absent. Or if you want to mark, for example, John is absent, it goes to red. John is tardy. What tardy is like when the student come late. Okay, tardy. or he left early. Okay, we can, if he is a present, we can mark him present. So like this we can do. So if you want to mark all absent, all are absent, mark all present, all are present, we can save the attendance in my class. And there is a lot of things we can do. Toolkit, okay, timer. If in my class there are 28 students, 35 students, I can make a timer, like these things: music, group maker, random. If I want to choose some student as random, okay, if I want to choose students randomly, I'm asking a question to student. If I want to choose them random, if I click random, it will say Kezia, can you answer me on this? So Kezia's feedback is here. So I will say, okay, Kezia is participating, so I'm added +1 point for participating. So now Kezia is 2 points here. Checking. Okay, now I'm checking. Okay, next, so Jaysri has come. Now I'm giving Jaysri a teamwork and she is good in teamwork, so I'm adding 1 more point. So +1 point for teamwork for Jaysri. And John, if you see, is 0 here. If you click John, he has an egg here. Okay, egg means we need to hatch this egg. John is 0, he has not got any mark, and he is slowly growing into the field. Okay, for timer, for example, so I can start the timer for the student. I can count down. Okay, put a countdown for them: 5 more seconds, 10 more seconds. All these things are here. Okay, select multiple. I'm choosing Ifa and John to give feedback. Okay, I'm giving feedback. Both are very hard workers. So for 2 students, I'm giving like this. You can click the whole class, go to the whole class. For all the class, they are persistent. Okay, that's it. 5 students persistent. So we have many portfolios. If you're giving homework to them, if you click portfolios, you can create activity here. I have created a worksheet, and I can see students logging into here. IFA, what IFA has did. Okay, if I'm clicking IFA, IFA has added some activity and did something here. Okay, and she has made some proven some Pythagoras theorem here. Okay, so like this you can go and check their worksheets, everything, all posts. If you want to check all the posts, JST has put something on the game, a game based learning. All this thing we can keep on adding the post here, adding the creating some activities, giving to the students, and the students can see. Okay, and I can add what's happening in my classroom, what's happening in my classroom, and I can record a video, some file. I can add an event. If my class, I'm going to give PTM, parents teachers meeting. Okay, a PTM, and might be August 14th, 5 p.m, or 6 p.m, anything. Okay, a PTM for parents, please join. I'm giving this 5 days. So these many reminders I will create. So I'm going to get a reminders, create. So event is created, like how we create an event in Facebook. So it will show like this: upcoming event is parents teachers meeting, and it will, students can comment on the class stories. All these things are here. So if I want to send this post it, I can send this message to the parents. Okay, so if I want to send them the parents, all parents are here. Okay, for example, if I'm going to send a message to Ifa Mariam's parent, okay, so I need to invite their parents. For inviting their parents, I need to give their email ID or phone number here. Okay, any phone number, and invite them. The parent will get a message, and they will go and log in, and they will get the message. If you want to send to all the parents commonly, connect with all the parents here, and you can broadcast all the message whatever you want. Okay, so if a student want to log in, this is a student login. Okay, if Mariam want to log in, it will ask for connecting to parents, view reports of the if and it will show some beautiful graphs. So it's like we have to have lot of things here for teachers, for parents, for the students, and for the school owners. Everyone can communicate with each other. It's a complete solution. Okay, so this is one of the app which I really like the most. Okay, but I think if you want to work on it completely, you need to have it's a paid version. It also has a free version with some, some minimal things in it. Okay. Finally, I will just show you one last. Um, yeah. So someone has asked what best it is when compared with Google Classroom. Okay. Yeah. So see, every app has its own unique things. As I said, Google Classroom might not be that much colorful when we go and check this Class Dojo. It's so colorful with lot of avatars in it, as I said you. So all those things are here. Okay. So a comparison, we have to go and feel that app, enter into that app, work on that app, then you will feel the difference by yourself. Okay. But each app has its unique things. Like as I said, Zapper is augmented reality. Play Ablo is cloud based. Unique things is there. Okay. Final tool. I will not take more than 5 minutes in this. For language teachers, it will be very good. Like there is a website. This is not a tool. This is a website known as onlinestopwatch.com. Okay, where if you go, if you want to click this, like for example, I'm picking this name picker wheel. Now this name picker tool has been, it's a wheel. It's loading now. Now all the students are there in your classroom. Let us assume your students are there in the class, and like 40 students are there. Now you want to ask the students like some questions. Let's take, okay. So you see this wheel has all the names. Now you don't want this name. You want to play something else. Okay. You click this setting button. All these names are here. I'm selecting all the names. I am.
We can't see your screen, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Can
sir.
everyone see my screen? Okay, good. So there is a website called onlinestopwatch.com, where you will get a lot of good things here. For example, I'm just showing you this spin wheel, where you can go here and the wheel is here. Rather these names, I want something else, you can change here. Go to the setting button. I have selected all the names. Now I am deleting all these things. Okay. Okay, I don't want this name. Let's play some verbs. Okay, give me some verbs. Okay, go. I'm bad. I'm a little bit bad at grammar, so just help me if I'm giving some wrong verbs. Okay, understand, listen, sit, stand, eat.
Play.
Okay, play. Thank you. A few
Watch.
more.
Watch.
What? Watch. Thank you so much. Okay, enough. Just since we have less time, we'll just stop here. Okay, when we said this, all these names are here now. Go watch. Now your students are there in the classroom. Now you can ask your student to spin it, or you yourself as a teacher can spin it. When you click the spin, it will start spinning. Now it started watch. Now you can ask your student randomly. You can pick any student and say, okay, Suresh, can you tell me some sentences using this verb watch, or can you tell me the past, present, and future tense of the word? You can play like this, and the student, will be more enthusiastic, enthusiastically answering your questions. Okay, if the answer is gone, if you got the answer, you can remove it from this option. So watch is gone now, item is removed. Now you can again start spinning. Okay, so now the next word will come, and again you ask, you can make your own games, own rules, own objectives and goals with this. Okay, so this is one game. So another, there are something like, there are many small things which make the elementary teachers, primary teachers, is a lot of a magic box. Okay, magic box, you can create a magic box, where lot of things you can put it inside the magic box, and it will pick up something like what I have given, the verbs, or you can pick up anything, put all the names in it, some words in it, and you can start asking the student to talk a paragraph on it. Okay, talk a paragraph on it or talk anything on that. Okay, so this is a stopwatch. So now I'm going to the setting. Here it has a lot of names. I'm giving Suresh, um, Elijah, John,
Kavita.
thank you. I know, like, I'm not getting a lot of names at this time. Okay, I know Nigar.
Yeah.
Dr. Nigar Akhtar. What did you say? Your
Priya.
name? Priya. Okay, very popular name. Priya, Anita. Oh, Anita. Oh, okay. Some name. Okay. So I'm setting this. So let's see who's. These are the names of the students. Okay. So it comes. It brings the name John. Okay, I will ask John. John, can you speak on some topic XYZ for 30 seconds? And John will start speaking on that. Okay. Then once John has spoken, you can remove him from the magic box, and John item is removed. Now again, you can do the same. So like this, there are many games. Random egg, crane claw picker. I can see many games in it. Okay. I feel this is very interesting for the elementary. Might be the I don't know, the higher secondary and the students will be more interested in this, but primary and kindergarten students will be very interesting in these type of websites. Okay, there are many websites like this. I just want to show you like this. Okay, so I don't know if I have more time. I have already taken more time. I have shown you two tools and a third one as a website. So I will stop here, and I will ask I will give the I will ask you if you have any general questions on this, or if you will answer like this. Can be listening to this session with the unstable internet connection. I'm sorry about that. So I hope I have clarified you about what is a game, what is a game-based learning, and what is gamification in general, as well as specifically in gaming, in educational learning sector. We as a professors, we as assistant professor, we as the teachers, can gamify our classroom to make the students more engaging, more confident, more motivated, with all the positive things from the games, bring it and put it into the into the our non-gaming educational context, to make our educational sector, educational teaching subjects more gamified. Okay, so any questions? I will stop here. Thank you so much. Thanks, Omid, for giving me an opportunity to give you a topic, speak on the topic gamification. Thank you so much, Ayata, for giving me an opportunity for this. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Anees Ahmed. It was a very wonderful session. Thanks to Allah, even in spite of your bad connection, you were able to finish this thing without any hitch. So it was a wonderful session, and I hope all the attendees would have understood very well and what is gamification. It need not have only the internet and other things. Even in the classroom, you can make some kind of a small game and teach through that. And not only that, one thing I want to add is now these days we cannot just stop with the only teaching the school subjects. They also have to learn other skills like even agriculture or engineering skills. Nowadays, we find so many games which teach those things. So the children can also take up one of those games, and they can learn. It will be like a hands-on training. Just you said augmented reality. When the children are doing this operation and all that, similarly, these games also can be used for even things like simple things like carpentry and other things. Yeah. So I request, thank you very much, teacher. And I may request Mr. Nasabhai to give the vote of thanks and conclude the session with the dua.
Madam Dr. Peshman Nazir Ahmed sir will be concluding it.
Oh, okay, sir. Peshman Nazir Ahmed will be concluding the session. Over to you, sir. Peshman, sir. Dr. Sir? A puzzle? Reshmam sir, are you there?
Yes, yes, ma'am. He is here only.
Acha, acha. Yes. You can conclude the session. The vote of thanks.
नहीं ना कबीर करे ना वो सच्ची क्या खाली एज की सेव है ना को फजल
Madam, I end the session, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. He is not coming? I
Yes,
thought
ma'am.
he just came in.
I think his network
So,
is
he-
problem. I think so. You itself conclude, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, teachers. So I think you had a rich experience today, and make your classrooms more enjoyable and more challenging. So as Anees sir said, it is the challenge which the children like, and they like competition. So you can give them all these things, and can enhance the learning process in the class. Thank you very much. You can end the session further.